Hello and welcome to part 2 of AppleBloom's Cutie Mark. When we left off, that was quite interesting. Still don't know how that works.
We forgot to pay attention to the time, so we didn't actually get to say there is in fact a part 2, which this is thus. And again, generating enough force, I don't know, magical physics. Let's begin. And, fuck it, we're trying to... The camera is being bitchy. Alright. Rainbow Dash, help us! Screamed Scootaloo, having enough time to call for help.
You don't have to scream.
Shut up! AppleBloom slammed her left foot into Scootaloo's.
It is like 1 a.m.
AppleBloom slammed her left hoof on Scootaloo's mouth hard enough to shatter her teeth. The injured pony started to choke on some of her teeth bits and tried to swallow them. Scootaloo swallowed her bits. She's swallowing money now? And tried to scream again. She screamed, but AppleBloom's hoof covered the sound. Don't even think about it, said Scootaloo with a medium-sized blood...
That's AppleBloom.
AppleBloom with medium-sized blood drips coming from out of her clenched smile, dropping onto Scootaloo's right leg. The crazed earth pony opened her Pegasus friend's ribcage and grabbed the beer bottle filled with toxic water. Isn't anything in beer toxic unless it's the actual alcohol in it, which, yeah.
Well, you could put sterile water in a beer bottle, but I don't...
Okay, just, no, fuck it. When Scootaloo swallowed the teeth shatterings, the shatterings made small and large holes in her esophagus. AppleBloom found a large hole and opened the cap of the toxic beer bottle with her teeth. Because...
that doesn't hurt like shit at all. Anyway.
Horse teeth are magically stronger than humans. AppleBloom inserted the top of the beer bottle into a large hole of Scootaloo's esophagus, causing toxic water to pour into Scootaloo's stomach. And the toxic water looked like clear, boring water, but it was deadly. It can cause random symptoms to appear. Fucker, quit bringing up your Skype! Little of the toxins were leaking out of the esophagus. Most of the toxins got in Scootaloo's stomach. Shouldn't there be an A in front of little? Or N? It literally says little of toxins.
Little of the I don't know. Go on.
Screw it before we run out of time. AppleBloom started to stare into Scootaloo's fear-filled eyes and said, "Y'all gonna see that my cutie mark will appear when both y'all fillies are dead." I don't know. I'd rather have mine to be like mine, not have to murder people to get it. Scootaloo trying to talk, but no success with AppleBloom's hoof still covering her mouth. Wait a second. What, doesn't the esophagus lead to the lungs, not the stomach?
It leads to both.
Irregardless, wouldn't like most of it go into the lungs though, because she's trying to breathe in?
If she's trying to breathe in, then yes.
Okay, let's just yeah, right. Replied AppleBloom. The earth pony put the beer bottle back on the tray and punched Scootaloo in the left lung with her free hoof as hard as she could.
Okay, I just have to say right now, that's like the millionth freaking past, present mistake they've made.
It's a good story, just not a lot of good grammar. Blood spattered on AppleBloom's face while Scootaloo screamed in pain. Scootaloo couldn't see AppleBloom's face, for AppleBloom was covered in blood. Well, that wouldn't present it. I don't know. Like, how would... Nah, fuck it.
Yeah.
AppleBloom kept wiping her face with her free hoof until her psycho smile again was seen again. After 13 seconds of wiping, that's really fucking specific, AppleBloom's face was blood spotless.
That's pretty quick. I mean, you can't even get one of those...
For apparently, like,
cleaners.
Apparently, like, coating her face to the point of where there's a thick enough blood welling that you can't see any visual references, especially on a pony. That would take maybe more than 13 seconds. I don't know. Maybe it's pony physics.
Do you want me to read? Because you're having issues with the physics here.
No, I will read. Where were the tortured Pegasus randomly started to puke out massive blood chunks, which made a powerful push. The push was powerful enough to push the crazed earth pony's left hoof out of the way and stagger the torturer from Scootaloo. He cough, 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 cough. The punch of the earth pony made You bastard. The punch of the Earth Pony made Scootaloo too weak to talk. AppleBloom got back her control of her movement and got back to her victim. Blood chunks on AppleBloom's right hoof on the floor near Scootaloo, on Scootaloo's face, and inside the open victim. I wasn't aware blood came in chunks.
Neither was I.
Scootaloo tried to slowly squirm around to break the iron cuffs, but no luck. AppleBloom slowly put her right hoof on Scootaloo's mouth again. My Celestia, that was quite the push there. Childbirth? Complimented AppleBloom. Scootaloo was breathing heavily and was too weak to talk. You know, after all the damage she's done, you'd think she'd be dead. She's punched her left lung, she's filled her stomach full of toxic water that causes strange ailments, she's broken basically her jaw.
How many... Okay, I said this in the last video. We're not here to comment on how stupid the writer is.
I'm just saying, the torture victim digested all the toxic water and started to feel strange. Her right lung felt like it had something there. The left lung the lung started to rip apart. When the lung ripped apart, 7 giant tarantulas that were as big as a loaf of bread started coming out of the ripped lungs.
Where did that come from?
Magic water. Scootaloo couldn't scream anymore, for she died of her 2 destroyed lungs. See, I know. The 7 tarantulas started to walk around the dead victim's face. The Earth Pony took her right hoof out of the dead victim's mouth as fast as she can. The torturer got the loaded MK23 off the tray and shot down all 7 tarantulas. For having no hands, it's pretty fucking accurate. All AppleBloom's hair tips started to leak.
Well, yeah, she can hold a syringe and all that.
Yeah, I'm just saying. AppleBloom's hair tips started to leak out tiny drops of blood. I wish my hair could leak blood. AppleBloom looked at the MK23 with a clown smile and said, I have no idea where this is made, but I like it. AppleBloom uncuffed Scootaloo and carried her body on her back. She carried the victim outside the cave. AppleBloom went 20 feet away from the cave, put her dead victim's body on the ground. When AppleBloom looked in the sky, she noticed it was sunset. This is going to be an excellent show, AppleBloom exclaimed. The Earth Pony ran back into the cave, grabbed the C4 from the tray. Ooh, boomy, boomy, boomy. She went back outside and laid the C4 on Scootaloo's dead body. The killer Earth Pony set the timer to 20 seconds and ran back into the cave, where she got back to the tray. She turned around and looked outside the cave where the C4 is planted. Big boom, big boom, big boom.
Don't for yourself, it's a big boom.
I like explosions. I don't know where that was made either, but whatever, said the crazed Earth Pony. After 20 seconds, the C4 made a huge explosion. AppleBloom was jumping in joy by the sound it made. Blood splattered and Scootaloo's body parts fell everywhere. Take that, you chicken. They were so small that you couldn't...
The take you that you chicken wasn't actually in the thing, by the way.
Yeah, I know. It's a reference to the character. They were so small that you couldn't recognize what that tiny bit was, even with the blood everywhere. Wouldn't the blood hamper the identification process?
Yes.
The bang of the explosion was loud enough to wake up Squeety Belle, and for Rainbow and Dash and Applejack to track where the bang came from. Oh, Celestia! What happened? Asked Sweetie Belle in a tired voice. I'd expect a pound of C4, to just attract fucking, like, anyone in Canterlot. Because...
What's Canterlot?
Canterlot is the main royal city of My Little Pony. It's where the princesses live. Celestia,
More pony politics.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, then let's make it quick. This quick, shall we? Asked AppleBloom. At least she's polite about it. AppleBloom went around the table where Sweetie Belle is cuffed, and found the bone saw right next to the right side of the table. Oh yeah, the accurate ninja throw.
That's just convenient.
Sweetie Belle didn't scream, for she didn't use common sense that much. You know, when you're afraid of death, the first thing that pops out is a scream, no? Or at least, that's my natural reaction.
Okay, at this rate, we're going to have more comments than we are reading.
Okay, I'll shut up now. AppleBloom put the bone saw back to the tray and got 2 syringes. She stabbed the first syringe into Sweetie Belle's left eye, and the second one into Sweetie Belle's right eye.
Ow.
AppleBloom stabbed the 2 syringes into Sweetie Belle's eyes at the same time. When AppleBloom stabbed her last victim's eyes, her eyes exploded with blood. The blood explosion was big enough to break the 2 syringes into tiny pieces of glass. I thought this... Chilling him.
Wait, what? Okay.
The bloody explosion wasn't big enough to break the 2 syringes into tiny pieces of glass. My only comment is I thought they were made out of plastic nowadays. To prevent that.
Nowadays, yes, and number 2, why would there be that much pressure? They're pushing out, are they not?
Yeah. The bloody explosion covered the floor and AppleBloom's body entirely, and Sweetie Belle's body entirely. AppleBloom started to have a laughing orgasm. Orgasm? Yeah, that's orgasm. It looked like orgasm. And started to lick the blood off her own body and Sweetie Belle's body. After 2 minutes of licking, AppleBloom fucking stomach! AppleBloom was smiling again while Sweetie Belle had no eyes at all. Sweetie Belle was still alive, but she cannot see anything. You don't say. AppleBloom grabbed the M23K to finish her off. AppleBloom pointed it at Sweetie Belle's head and pulled the trigger. The 2 fillies were killed by their best friend. AppleBloom's eyes started to turn pure white, and she started to bleed from her eyes, smile, and ears. Did I get my cutie mark? AppleBloom asked herself.
No, you fucking retard.
She turned her head around and looked at her left flank. She had earned her cutie mark. Good job. AppleBloom started to jump in joy and laugh crazily at the same time. Her cutie marks was crossed camouflage red pocket knives. The crazy earth pony stopped jumping and laughing when she heard the voices outside the cave. She lied down and pretended she was dead.
Okay, yeah, that'll totally work.
Totally. Rainbow Dash and Applejack are outside the cave looking at the blood lake and microscopic body parts. I can understand what the blood is, but what are these bits? Asked Applejack in worry. I don't know. Listen, the Cutie Mark Crusaders aren't dead, especially AppleBloom. Stay here in case you run into AppleBloom or the other 2, and I'll check what's inside the cave. Commanded Rainbow Dash. Applejack nodded in agreement. Rainbow Dash flew into the cave while Applejack sat down. Her ears drooped down and she started to cry. Please, AppleBloom, I love you. I want you to be safe, whispered Applejack. Holy shit! Rainbow Dash screamed at the top of her lungs. Applejack's ears came erect, and she stopped crying. She looked around her and saw nothing but pure white. Applejack was staring into the flat. Applejack was starting to get flashbacks about her little sister having fun working in the barn, having fun with her 2 best friends. The pressure was so much that Applejack fainted.
Wait, is this the only page?
That's it. We have to go to the next chapter, which is the epilogue, but yeah, that's it for now.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see if we can finish this in... we'll have to finish... Nah, fuck it. We'll try and make this quickly.
Wait, let's check the video time.
It's like 12 minutes, man.
I know someone's watching us. Oh, yeah. Okay, well, that is that.
Story.
We will do the epilogue in another video. Now, we're also going to have a comments video, but so far I'm just going to say this. Bronies are fucking fucked in the head!
This is not most of us. This is a small majority, but yes.
You just had me listen to... What was it?
Violence Wine Score?
No, not that one.
Oh, Sweet Apple Massacre and Cupcakes.
Oh, God.
He was gagging at cupcakes. It was priceless.
No, it was not cupcakes. It was Sweet Apple Massacre.
Okay, Sweet Apple Massacre. I don't know.
Anyway, be back 1 sec.